Hi, my name is Liz Chassie, and I'm the owner of Smoke and Mirrors Leather Boutique. Today I wanted to talk to you about vegan leather and how it compares to the leather that I use in my store. So there's a lot of different options for vegan leathers and the materials they can be made out of, most of which are not natural materials. There are some, but they're harder to find. For example, leather made out of cork. While there's a lot of different options for vegan leather available, most of these are actually more damaging to the environment than leather made from animals. So a lot of times vegan leather is called pleather because it's actually made out of plastic. So it's like plastic leather, pleather. So a lot of people buy pleather because it's a lot cheaper than high quality leather, and maybe sometimes they think that they're not damaging the environment because they're buying products that aren't made from animals. But this actually isn't true. The two most commonly used materials to make plastic leather or pleather is polyurethane and polyvinyl chloride. So these are two really harsh chemicals that really damage the environment in order to create the material, and also once the materials have been discarded. So in order to make polyurethane and polyvinyl chloride, it requires burning fossil fuels, ridiculous amounts of water, and just other toxic chemicals throughout the whole process of creating the material. Then once these materials are made, you maybe have this cheap plastic wallet or purse or whatever you bought, and it's not going to last very long because it's made out of soft plastic. It's really not great material, it's quite cheap to make it also, and this is why it doesn't last very long. So these plastic materials are not recyclable into new products. The only thing that you can do with it is throw it away. And at that point, it's going to break down into tiny microplastics and just end up polluting the environment. Whereas with leather, the high quality leather that I use in my shop is biodegradable, first of all, because it's just skin. And the whole way of tanning it and creating this leather is completely natural because it's vegetable tanned leather. The most common leathers available are usually made from farm animals. So cow, pig, sheep, bison are the four most common types of leather available. Animal-based leather can be considered much less damaging to the environment because it doesn't require any toxic chemicals or plastics to be able to create the material. Also, when you're using leather, like high quality leather, that usually comes from a source like farming or the meat and dairy industry, where people are already consuming meat and dairy. So these animals that have already been consumed, their skin is turned into leather at a leather tanning factory. People aren't going out of their way to kill cows just for their skin. So this is how I see it, as basically recycling the skin of the animal. Since people are going to eat meat and they're going to consume dairy anyways, you might as well take the skin of these animals and turn it into something useful. Otherwise, it's just so much waste. Waste of what could be really high quality material and last for decades. High quality leather could last for decades, if not lifetimes. And that's one of the things that really drew me to leather, is how great quality it is, how durable and how long it can last. So when it comes to vegan leathers versus high quality animal-based leather, there are pros and cons to both, but in the end, I think that the high quality animal-based leather is way better of a product and way better for the environment. It's much more sustainable. So with all of the leather that I use in my store, it's all vegetable tanned. This means that it's using natural tannins like tree bark, leaves, sticks, berries, things like that to tan and treat the leather. That way there's no harsh chemicals being used to make the leather, just natural ingredients basically. There are some leathers that are animal-based and do use chemicals to create them also, but I don't use any of these leathers in my store because I don't want to use the harsh chemicals. So I have a whole nother video going into how leather is made and all of this fun stuff. You can click that link here. But for now, it's just important to know that there's different types of leather in every sense of the word. When it comes to vegan, non-vegan, all of that, there's so many different options. But I've taken the time to really do a lot of research and years of experience. I've been doing leather for over 10 years now to figure out what the best option is when it comes to sustainability, being eco-friendly, and creating a high-quality product. So for all of these three things, nothing will ever beat high-quality animal-based leather that's made with vegetable tanning process. Even when it comes to natural materials or other materials like cotton, synthetic fibers like polyester, these require a lot of water and other materials to be able to create them, and still they're not going to last that long. One pair of jeans, for example, takes 1,800 to 2,000 gallons of water just to make one pair of jeans. How many jeans have you owned in your lifetime? Probably a lot. And how many years have these jeans lasted you? Maybe a couple of years per pair? So just think about that every single material you use, every product that you own, it has kind of its own life of how it was created and how it's going to affect the environment after it's discarded too. Alright, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe to see new videos every single Monday. Alright, see you guys next week.